find me for a hug after the show if you have a yeast infection. I will hug you. But seriously, we can talk about this stuff now because feminism is cool, which is awesome. Feminism is cool now. And it's made guys stop doing dumb shit like rape us, interrupt us, take really big bites of my sandwich. My personal favorite is ask me if I'm sure. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go talk to my vagina real quick. I forgot how unsure she makes me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. So, and basically, we need to be doing this because guys have been fucking bro-nodding at each other since the dawn of time. You know, that little nod is just a penis acknowledgement when you're walking down the street. They're like, you date rape, bro? Not this year, feminism is in. And us women need to do that because guys are, with their facial expressions with each other, how women are when they're drunk in the bathroom together. I know my sister who's wasted back there knows what I'm talking about. That's the one who's screaming. But you're at a bar, you're at a party, you're leaning up against the stall, waiting to pee. Some other bitch is washing her hands, and you're just like, oh my God, you're so pretty. And she's like, no girl, you're pretty. And you're like, give me your phone number. We're gonna be best friends. And you either fuck up your numbers in each other's phones because you're wasted, or you send one text message that's like, go fuck this world up, girl, you're a goddess. And you never hear from each other ever again. And I think it's time that we take this interaction out of the fucking bathroom and into the streets and have our own bro nod, a little pussy wink. Let's hear it for the pussy wink. Thank you. It's just a little wink. Like, I have a tampon if you need it. Or, if I see you being an attack, I'll pepper spray your assailant. Like, it's just sisterhood. It's sisterhood. And so I was telling one of my dear friends who's in the audience tonight about this, and he told me the best thing. He's a nurse. Let's hear it for our nurses. They give us IVs when we're hungover. They're very important. Save our lives. But he was telling me that when they're trying to give a woman a catheter, I hope some of you are eating, and they can't find the urethra, which I understand. I have no fucking clue where my urethra is. No idea whatsoever. They spread the vagina and tell her to cough, and it gives like this little wink. And so there actually is a physiological pussy wink. So not only are we gonna start pussy winking at each other in the streets, but next time someone's gonna go down on you, you're just gonna give a little and you're gonna wink at them. And that's what they deserve. That's what they deserve. Thank you. But speaking of vaginas, the other day I took Sister Mary Eunice to get a wax. That's what I call my vagina. She's Catholic, and she's praying for me to be forgiven for my sins. So Eunice and I go to get a wax, and it dawns on me that it's kind of fucked up that the cheapest, most convenient place to get a wax is a nail salon. Because there's nail clippings flying everywhere, there's some old lady in the corner that they're using this machine on that you've never seen, sawing her feet off, and it just doesn't feel safe for her. Like, I use these to pry open wine bottles and give lazy hand jobs. I use this for special things, and the two just don't mix for me. Oh, do you want me to use it on you? Is that what you're saying? That's not gonna happen. But thank you. Anyways, so now there are nice places that just they only wax, and they give you cucumber water, and they play Inya, and they make it seem really hip to let a stranger rip out your pubic hair, and they ask you what shape you want it in, and they're nice, but you have to make an appointment and drive to Green Hills, which I'm never trying to do, ever. And also, you don't plan to get your pussy waxed. That's not something you put in your fucking calendar. That's something that, like, you decide to have 3 margaritas at lunch, and you're choking on salad and looking at Victoria's Secret Instagram accounts, and you're like, I know what'll make me look like her. And off you go to the nail salon. But the biggest problem with this whole nail salon thing is that now men are okay getting their nails done. Which is fine, we're all gender neutral, whatever. But, it's like a bunch of housewives after the recession, their salon budgets were gonna get hacked, so they all got together and decided to convince the country club that pedicures increase penile blood flow. So now there's all these white men in the pedicure chairs. And if any of you don't know the nail salon, the second you walk in, you have to announce to the room why the fuck you're there. And so I don't want to be in front of your stepdad in the pedicure chair with his soft calves and his sock marks and be like, I'm here to get my pussy waxed. And that's never all they want to know. Then it's whole or half, like you're ordering a chicken. And then they march your ass to the back closet. Everyone's staring and no one is pussy winking. And there's always a microwave in there for some reason. An unnecessary amount of towels. And then you leave, and everyone's wondering that one crucial question. Did you get your asshole done too? And you know what the answer is. The answer is yes. Because I think for most women, anal sex is like a frappuccino. Like, you don't want one. You don't really want one. But you want to be ready for the day that you might. So, you get the asshole done too. But I don't know when vagina stuff, I almost said vagina shit, which is weird, but vagina stuff became a backroom deal. Y'all remember the dark ages when you couldn't get Plan B over the counter? Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Obama. You had to go ask your pharmacist for it. And you didn't need a prescription, but you had to go ask. And it's a Sunday because Saturdays are for alcohol and sex. And the entire elderly population of your local community is there because they just got reminded at church to refill their prescriptions. And they're all asking for a blanket and just waiting for the end. And you have to go up. And of course the pharmacist doesn't hear you the first time. It was like they thought that if they made you say it 3 times like Beetlejuice, you would just fucking go away. So you're like, Plan B, as in baby, I am not responsible enough to bring into this world. Plan B, as in balls that busted inside my vagina last night, belonging to a freaking squatter that I took home. I thought he was just taking out my trash, but he was hungry. But see, now that shit's over the counter. You just go to the CVS, you get your Smart Water, your popcorn, your People magazine, your basic miscarriage necessities. And, oh, don't, it's fine, it happened! And you get your Plan B, like some Tylenol or some shit, and you go to the cash register, and it's always some badass bitch with great nails, and you just have this knowing eye contact, which is another opportunity to pussy wing. There's so many opportunities. Moving on from the vagina. My nickname is Wine Mom, as Brittany pointed out. It's a strange way this all happened. I got that nickname in college. I didn't really know why at first. I mean, I did. I drank a magnum of wine every night, but would still like manage to make honor roll by a thread. And all my friends would be like, "How the fuck did she do that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And they would have that mixer at the end of the year for everyone who made good grades. And I could see like Bethany in the corner, like, "Did she just sneak in here for the open bar? That's so pathetic." And I'm like, "Fuck you." Well, I shove a bottle of vodka I stole from the bar in my purse and get the fuck out of there. Gotta get out of there. But yeah, so, I don't know, I think part of the nickname came from like just being reckless and responsible somehow at the same time. Like I was still that friend that would be like, let me put some Neosporin on that. Just come in the bathroom for a second. Oh, no, I can give you stitches. It's fine. Or like, let's have a potluck this weekend. Who wants to come? So the mom part stuck. And I clung to this nickname because you know what happens in college. Those are some of the worst nicknames you can get in your life. And I knew if I didn't cling to Wine Mom, it was only a matter of time before they started calling me Blowy. Or like that girl in the corner who loves cocaine. So I clung to it. And it's managed to follow me somehow after all these years to my present day life. So like people hear my good friends call me Wine Mom and they're like, oh, you love wine, you must be a wino. And I'm like, whoa. Let's not use dirty words. A wino is someone who still thinks that present day Johnny Depp is hot. A wino is someone who loves Spanish guitar music and their collection of stemware. They care about vintages. That's not a wine mom. Everyone has an inner wine mom, and that's the person that comes out after you've enjoyed a 2014 Chillable Red. And I also, if anyone has ever told you that you can't put ice in your red wine, that is a demon sent straight from hell to make sure that you can't have fun anymore. It's not true. And like a wino will see you drinking white wine out of like a certain kind of glass and be like, honey, that's a Pinot glass. And you're like, watch what I do next with this Pinot glass, bitch. It's a real thing. As a wine mom, you don't have to worry about that. Like you can put your wine and your ice in like the styrofoam cup from Wendy's that you had your tea in at lunch. Or like those double insulated plastic cups that your parents always have with random sport teams on that you know they don't support. And you're like, why do you fucking have this? A breast cancer awareness cup is A+ for a wine mom. But so, once you figure that part out, then your inner wine mom's gonna tell you to do something like go deep within a Grey's Anatomy chat room. Or give yourself a facial with used coffee grounds you dig out of the trash. Yeah? Or dedicate an entire Pinterest board to older actresses that still have great tits. That's what you do. My inner wine mom loves to troll teenage Kardashian fans on Instagram. So they're like, oh my god, Kim, you're a queen. And I'm like, at Kim K Fan 37. America doesn't have royalty. That's what makes us America. Read a book. And it gets really nasty. Like the other night, I went out to dinner with my friends, but Wine Mom came home. And she brought with her 20 chicken nuggets and then proceeded to spill her essential oil diffuser on her iPad. And the whole while my boyfriend's watching, like when you watch animals at the zoo do weird human shit, like find the like which cup the styrofoam ball is under. It gets intense. But at the same time, the best part of the wine mom is that she's also secretly responsible. Like, a wine mom knows where your keys are. She has a great tailor to recommend. She gets up every morning for spin class. Every Sunday she meal preps some salad jars that they layer with the different ingredients. And it all works out. She's that bitch that you go to that lake party with and you all get like Snapchat your genitals drunk. And the next morning you wake up and she's been up for hours. The house is clean, breakfast is made, and she's like, who wants to go on a hike? And you're like, how the fuck are you still standing, Robin? That's a wine mom. So having said all that, I think my dad is worried about me having a drinking problem. And I'm like, you took me to get my belly button pierced when I was 13. Did you really think I was gonna become the person that just has a glass of wine with dinner? No. I have a lotus flower tramp stamp, people. If that doesn't say I'll have a chilled shot of Fireball with a Pinot Grigio back, I don't know what does. It's fucking real. It's real. So I think the hardest part about being a wine mom is living with my boyfriend because he gets to see behind the scenes. Shit a little weird. Like, I'll have a whole bottle of rosé, and be like zooming around the bedroom in a whole explosion of activewear by Kate Hudson. And he's like, will you just come and sit and watch this fucking movie? And I'm like, can I plan my Pilates outfit for tomorrow in peace? It gets pretty real. And in that moment, you both have this realization of like, before you decided to move in together, back when you could get drunk and come home and it was cute, you would have like those nights where you're like, oh, let's just go out with our own friends and we'll go back to our own places and I'm gonna miss you, and like it's only gonna be 12 hours. And you get home at night and you text them and you're like, good night, sweet prince. And by sweet prince, I mean your dick. And then you send an eggplant emoji and a water squirt emoji. And it's very romantic. But once you live together, you can't come home drunk anymore. It's just annoying. If one of you comes home drunk, you're like, oh, fuck, I wanted to have sex tonight. No, baby, that's not how you take off your shoes. I don't want a quesadilla right now. No. And it's just not fun anymore. But there also are the magical parts of living with your significant other. My boyfriend has gotten very good at getting red wine stains out of both of our clothes, which is the most romantic thing you could do for me. He remembers to feed the cat when I'm lost in the bathtub with a box of Francia. It's very sweet. Who else am I gonna have a 45-minute stone conversation with about whether or not queef is a scientific term? Is it? We did not find a conclusion to that. If anyone knows, please let me know after the show. It even makes things like getting laundry detergent romantic. Like, before you're like, oh, I need laundry detergent. But once you live with someone, you're like, we need this. And it becomes like this important romantic gesture to like just get something you fucking need, like hand soap. So these things are good. And then you also get to notice the little things. Like my boyfriend picked up on the really unanswerable reason why I watch The Bachelor. I don't know. Those secrets come out. But then when we first moved in together, he was like, you put this cute little line over your eye. What is that? And I was like, baby, I've been wearing eyeliner for a year. What are you talking about? I don't know what it is with men in makeup. They just assume that if they don't see you put it on, it doesn't exist. And they're like, what is this creature? She's so flushed all the time. She must be a Jane Austen heroine. And you're like, it's blush, asshole. And so now there's a bunch of losers on like Reddit or 4chan or whatever anus of the internet they have now found that are like, these monsters wear makeup and they're lying to us. No, babies. First of all, the white patriarchy established a world in which we live in where a woman's worth is established by her looks. So fuck you, we do this because of men. Second of all, any of these assholes would be so stoked to wake up next to a warm woman that they did not steal from a med school cadaver laboratory, regardless if she's wearing makeup. But I think the real crux of the issue is that they're just kind of jealous that they can't contour their dicks. Like they haven't figured it out yet. And see, the problem with that is if you were just willing to listen to words women say with our mouths, we put a ton of makeup tutorials online. Like you could figure out how to use a highlighter stick and give your sad little pencil dick like a little bit more girth. Or give your micro penis like a little bit less of an illusion of being micro. You could do that. You could do that. And that's the image I'm gonna leave you guys with. Thank you so much for being here.
I don't think I have to say it, but please keep it going for Chloe. You are so fantastic. And please keep it going for Josh. Thank you guys for being here. Feel free, tip your bartenders. They had to hang out all night. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.